So if you check Twitter, you see a lot of people have already moved to draft season, and that they're already talking about 49er draft picks and, Trey Lance maybe or something like that. I think 49ers fans have pretty much given into the fact that this season is pretty much over unless a miracle happens. And if you sift through all the bad football, bad quarterback play, bad offensive line play, you see that this team has talent, but it just lacks certain positions of importance. They lack the players that they need to make the difference. And the first one has to be quarterback. You look at all three of the quarterbacks that this team has, and none of them inspire any type of faith in me. Or I don't have any faith in them, is what I'm trying to say. Beathard, Mullins, Garoppolo, they all need to go. This whole quarterback room needs to change. I know Kyle Shanahan is a stubborn guy, and he is going to stick to the guys that he drafted, but there has to be a point in time where you just have to give up on guys and know that they're not NFL-level starters. Nick Mullins does serviceable work, as they would say, yeoman's work, but he just doesn't have the talent to make it in the NFL. He's too short. His arm's too weak. He's not. He's mobile, but he's not like athletically mobile. So it's just, man, you look at this team and there's pieces on this team. But another thing this team suffers from is the fact that nobody can stay healthy. I mean, hell, we lost Fred Warner today, who's always healthy. Granted, it was a stinger and a concussion, but still. And then you look on the offensive side, and Deebo Samuel gets hurt on the first play of the game, first drive. And, I hear myself saying a lot, and I know you guys have heard me say it, if the Niners were only healthy, and then, fill in the blank after that. And that's pretty much the story of this game. The Niners defense played well, but turnovers killed this team. They gave up most of their points off of turnovers. The Niners don't have an ability to overcome those kind of mistakes on offense. I will say, though, for sure, Brandon Ayuk is the real deal. He is a legit number one receiver. He is electric. He gets open in traffic. He catches with his hands. He's got that getaway speed to get away from defensive backs. He gets off the break. He gets off the bump. And I'm looking forward to this guy having a nice long career here. The only problem is we don't have a quarterback yet that you look at all the talent we have, and you just see, you see Jordan Reed so frustrated, or Ayuk so frustrated. Now, granted, these guys are dropping a lot of passes too, so it's not all on the quarterback, but most of it's on the quarterback. You get sick of seeing talent on the sideline in street clothes. Something has to flip our way or go our way next year. I mean, it gets to a point where it's not even funny anymore, and it actually angers me. It pisses me off. I'm not saying guys aren't tough, but this is ridiculous. I mean, we talk and sing the guys' praises of guys like Deebo and Kittle, but the fact of the matter is these guys never stay consistently healthy. So we're only going to go as far as our best players take us. And until we get consistent quarterback play and guys that can stay healthy, that's never going to change. Defensively, we played relatively well, but the Niners have to address cornerback in the offseason. It's obvious that Richard Sherman's best days are way behind him. You wonder if K'Wan Williams will be re-signed. Jamar Taylor was looking pretty good this year, but he got hurt as well. K'Wan is pretty much always injured, so you wonder how much Niners want to throw money at that position. Safety-wise, Tavarius Moore played better in this game, but I attribute that more to the bad quarterback play of the Redskins. Speaking of the Redskins, that defensive line reminds me a lot of ours last year, if not a little bit better. Chase Young is the real deal. And I got to say, man, if that team ever has an offense and a quarterback and some skill players on offense, they're going to be dangerous, because that defense is legit. That pass rush is legit. So mazel tov to the Redskins. I wasn't happy to see Alex Smith go down. I hope he's okay. Alex doesn't really have much, I think, in the tank left. He doesn't have much of an arm, but I just think his story is inspirational, and I really would love to see him win Comeback Player of the Year. And that's all I got to say about the Redskins. But going back to the Niners defensively, they just it's really about health, getting a guy the opposite Nick Bosa. But like I said in my one video, they have a lot of free agents that they got to worry about re-signing. So this team may look very different next year. It's sad because I feel like this year we never really had a chance once the injuries started happening and the whole COVID situation. Even though the rest of the league is dealing with it, I just think the Niners haven't dealt with it as good because they just lost too much of top end talent for too long of a stretch. And, it comes to the not a surprise to many that the quarterback position is something that is really holding us back. So until those things change, until we address some things on defense, until we address quarterback, I don't see a lot changing. So right now we're standing at the 12th pick, I think. And some people have us going after Trey Lance, a guy who is athletic and can move and also can throw the ball relatively well. So this season isn't over yet, but you got to start looking ahead. Once and if the Niners are mathematically eliminated, then we could really start deep diving into what you think the Niners are going to do in the offseason and what moves they would make. But just looking at this game today, just a disappointing effort. Some players stepped up, but for the most part, I just think offensively this team is overmatched and they don't have the talent. Offensive line is something that has to be looked at going forward, because no matter who you have as a quarterback, that offensive line is going to get him killed. Mike McGlinchey is an absolute bust and I think needs to go. The Niners got to think about moving him in the offseason. If they re-sign Trent Williams, I don't see a second contract coming McGlinchey's way. And that offensive line really, they're porous. Yes, they were going against a good pass rush and defense today, but they're just pathetic. So again, all those things you add offensive line, quarterback, and defensive secondary and pass rush depth, and the Niners have some work to do this offseason. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, not much of a review for me per se on the game because there's not much to review. But just a look, hopefully, to the future and things getting better. But as we stand right now, we're not officially eliminated, but all signs point to that happening very soon. So that's going to do it for me. Sorry I'm so downtrodden and negative, but that's just the mood these guys have left me in. So if anything drops this week of any importance, as you guys know, as I said before, I will hit you up with a video. But until then, I'll catch you on the flip side. See ya.